Hello, friends! Unfortunately, the ecology of the modern world leaves much to be desired. Tons of rubbish float in the ocean, the atmosphere and soil are polluted, and global warming is our worst enemy. However, most people are too busy with their daily problems and don't think it is their responsibility to take care of the environment. Some will probably be angry to hear this statement. According to those people, they shouldn't do anything for anyone. However, everything will change when you face the monstrous consequences of the irresponsible way we treat our planet. Today, we'll talk about an unusual animal that suffered because of people and became an example of what humans should not do. Let's get it on! To begin with, we will again explain to you that it is wrong to pollute the planet. There are many acute problems, but today we will talk about plastic that pollutes the soil, the ocean, and seriously harms animals. In the 1960s, only 1% of household waste was plastic. By 2011, the consumption of plastic increased, and today represents 12% of solid household waste. Plastic surrounds us everywhere. We drink from disposable cups, brush our teeth with plastic brushes, and use plastic bags at all times. Yes, plastic is very comfortable to use and simplifies our lives, but have you ever thought about the fact that every cup or bag you use, when you throw it away, doesn't disappear? Of course, there are companies that work on the recycling of plastic waste, but there are very few of them. Most of the waste goes to landfills, and some of it is spread around the world. A simple plastic bag takes about 100 years to decompose, and for all the 100 years, it will be a threat to animal life. According to scientists, if we continue to use plastic irrationally, we soon run the risk of literally drowning in our own waste. It is estimated that by 2025, for every 3 tons of fish, the ocean will contain 1 ton of plastic. Well, by 2050, the amount of garbage will exceed the amount of fish. This will have terrible consequences for whales, dolphins, fish, turtles, and other creatures that are not to blame for our irresponsibility. However, some are already suffering because of us. While studying the flora and fauna of the Pacific Ocean, the World Society for the Protection of Animals found a sea turtle with a very unusual shell. Instead of the whole shell that we usually see in these animals, this reptile had an unusual shell with a zigzagging structure, like if the turtle had a very thin waist. When the researchers captured the turtle, they discovered that its body was trapped in a plastic ring. Apparently, when the turtle was still small, it accidentally got stuck in the plastic ring. This is not surprising, considering the amount of garbage floating in the ocean. Of course, the turtle tried to get rid of the ring, but its attempts were unsuccessful. Years passed, the turtle continued to grow, and there was no chance of removing the plastic. In addition, the body of the turtle began to mutate. In order to survive, the animal had to adapt. Due to the fact that the ring is literally tightening the shell, there were changes inside the turtle. The hoop at some point began to tighten the digestive system, so the organs rearranged themselves so that the turtle could survive. It is difficult to imagine the torments caused to the animal by the small piece of plastic. For many years, the turtle lived with a hoop on its body and had probably already resigned itself to living with this unpleasant piece of garbage. Of course, the researchers removed the plastic and released the turtle, but the deformation didn't go away. The turtle will always live this way. It is terrible to imagine how many creatures suffer because of our garbage without us knowing it. Most animals, unfortunately, simply do not survive. By the way, this turtle is not the only victim. In 1993, scientists found a small red-eared slider turtle, which had also gotten stuck in a plastic ring. It was released and transferred to the Missouri City Department of Conservation, and is a clear example of how destructive garbage is to the world around us and to wildlife. The No More Trash Company made this turtle its symbol. But what can we mere mortals do to help in some way and save animals from suffering? Fortunately, today, more and more companies are finding ways to recycle plastic waste. In addition, alternative materials that have a shorter decomposition time are being developed and are capable of replacing plastic. However, the problem remains acute. It is difficult for one person to change something, but together, we can have a big influence on the level of pollution. First of all, stop using straws to drink. Try to buy water in plastic bottles less often and replace them with reusable bottles. Also, buy a cloth bag to visit the store, which will allow you to reduce the consumption of plastic bags and save a little money. The plastic cups, in which we buy drinks, can also be easily replaced with reusable options. Instead of lighters, use matches. And, if you have the chance, recycle your trash. And that's all for today. See you soon!